Hi, I'm Jennifer Burke, and welcome to Living Vancouver. Today, coming to you from the Van Dusen Botanical Garden, and this is a place that prides itself on conservation and education of master gardens. And pretty much everyone here knows a lot about plants and is very happy to share that knowledge with you. And that kind of service is worth rewarding, don't you think? And you know how to reward good service, right? Tipping, cold, hard cash. Whether it's at the hair salon, the restaurant, or in a taxi cab, we've got your guide to good tipping. It's time to talk tipping because we do so much of it these days, but what is the proper etiquette when it comes to tipping? Denisa Nica is with the Image Builders and she joins us now to talk about that. Let's start with restaurants because we're in one. We just had a lovely lunch. The bill is $27.47. What would I leave as a tip?
I would recommend leaving 15 to 20%.
20% of the total bill or before the tax?
Some people calculate it on pre-tax, but most people do calculate it on the entire amount of the bill.
Do you still tip on the total portion of the bill, even if you've used a coupon or a gift certificate?
The rule with that is tipping still is based on the normal price of the good of service.
When you're at a luncheon with 3 or 4 people, how are you supposed to split the bill?
There are a few ways to do it. First of all, everyone should have cash. That makes it all easier.
Okay.
And if everybody can remember what they've consumed, then they can do a little calculation and just make it all very clean. Or someone may offer to pay for the bill on a credit card, and then that person will be in charge of the bill and they'll solve it later.
Who should we be tipping these days? There seems to be a whole list of people. I mean, we know the basics, obviously, the waiters and the service people like that.
People that we tip on a regular basis include hairdresser, manicurist, massage therapist, if they're not at the doctor's office.
Okay. Hairstylists.
We're looking at 10 to 20% for your hairstylist or color specialist. $3 to $5 more if it's a last-minute service.
Okay.
And then shampoo service, we're looking $1 to $3 to $5 per person. So
right.
This is a real big crunch for you. Then what I would recommend is looking for a different salon, which is more within your budget, or going less often.
People who park your car for you, valets, what's the standard tip?
We're looking at $1 to $5. Again, very personal choice. So if you're more comfortable giving a $5 bill, then that's great. Some people are more comfortable giving 3 coins of $1.
When someone's helping us with our bags, what's the standard?
The standard is about $1 to $2 per bag.
What's the standard tipping rate for a mover?
First of all, for movers, consider tipping at the end of the day, at the completion of the job. And if the move extends over lunch, consider providing lunch and always provide beverages. If it's one person, we normally recommend giving them $10 to $20. Okay. If it's one person, but the degree of difficulty changes based on stairs, narrow passages, heavy items, appliances, things like that, consider tipping $20 to $50.
What's the deal with tip jars, and do we have to contribute?
If you go to a coffee shop, for example, you just pick up your coffee and you may be thinking, why should I leave a tip? Because I've done most of the work. Some people consider them inappropriate for that reason. At the same time, they're there as an option for you. Never feel obligated to leave a tip in a tip jar, but do what feels right for you at that moment.
When in doubt about tipping, what's the best rule? To over-tip or?
Try to err on the generous side. It's a matter of caring for the people around us. And we could be the ones working in the service industry, and it's important to do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So helpful. Now I have to go to the bank. I bet you learned something new in that piece. I certainly did. The Image Builders offer custom seminars on the rules of tipping, and you can find their link on our website at cbc.ca/livingvancouver.